What is up today, my More Squad? We are back with episode 24 of Talk More Sports, hosted by me, your main man, Hudson Moore. All right, y'all. Yesterday, last night, the Seattle Mariners are going back to the ALCS after 24 years. 24 years. Last time was 2001. That was 2 years before I was born. And now the Mariners are going back. They got game one against the Toronto Blue Jays tomorrow afternoon. Ah, 5 hours, 5 long hours of baseball last night in Seattle, all the way until the bottom of the 15th inning. 5 hours. Yo, this was an insane matchup between the Detroit Tigers. I mean, hats off to the Tigers for giving us a great series, but boy, that was stressful. That was a stressful game. And I've said this before many times. I am not the biggest Mariners fan or biggest baseball fan in general, but I am still a diehard Seattle sports native, so I'm always going to root for the Mariners. But still, it's just like, wow, 5 hours. And now, the first time in my lifetime, I get to see the Mariners go to the ALCS, one series away from going to their first ever World Series appearance. And think about that. They're the only team in the MLB that have not yet made it to the World Series. The only team remaining to have not made a World Series appearance. They're the last one. And you know what's funny about this? I've always heard from my grandparents, my parents back in their time in early 2000s, late 90s when the Mariners team were such a great fun team to watch. When the guys had like Ken Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez, Ichiro, Dan Wilson. They had fantastic players. A-Rod, they had some phenomenal players and phenomenal teams, and they've been so close so many times. They've always missed it just by a game or two. And the last time was 2001 against the New York Yankees, losing 1-4 in their 7-game series. And now 24 years later, the Mariners are right back to it. Because you know what? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be straight up honest with y'all. I never thought in a million years I would ever be on this channel, on this platform, talking about the Mariners going to the ALCS. Or, you know what? I never thought I'd be talking about them going to the playoffs just because, as much fun as people say they enjoy watching the Mariners fan, as much as we have a diehard fan base, a huge fan base, if you think about it, I never thought the Mariners were going to do much. I truly didn't, and to now sit here just less than 24 hours away, that the Mariners will be in their first game one appearance of the ALCS in 24 years. And I'm so excited. And this is a great team. This is a fantastic team. I mean, all the teams I've watched over the years with the Mariners in the 22 years I've been on this earth, what this team has done this season is pretty special. I mean, Cal Raleigh, being a catcher, a full time catcher, and already one of the best catchers, too, in the league in today's game. And this dude has 60 home runs. 60 home run. And it's broken numerous home run records. So many historic records. This will go down as the greatest single season as a catcher in baseball history. Hands down. There is no question about it. Greatest single season for a catcher of all time. And he should be the MVP. Cal Raleigh needs to be the MVP. I get it. I get why people say statistically it should be Aaron Judge. I get it. I love Aaron Judge. He's a fantastic player, a freak of nature at 6'7". The way he plays the game, it's crazy. But there's no reason why it should not be Cal Raleigh. It has to be him. It needs to be Cal Raleigh. He deserves it. He's the most selfless person I have ever seen as an athlete. He truly does not give a damn about himself. He cares about winning. He truly cares about winning. Whenever he's speaking, whenever he's being questioned or interviewed, he's always talking about team first, right? He's never talking about himself. I mean, yeah, he has his moments of glory because rightfully deserves it, but he's never the one to gloat. He's always humble. He's like, hey, man, I'm just here to do my job. I'm here to be the best catcher I can be, hit as many home runs as I can as far as that's what I'm really doing good at right now. And I'm here to help my team win games and hopefully make it to our first World Series appearance. And as he said multiple times, let's just go out and win the whole fucking thing. He said that numerous times, and he's going to keep saying it until they actually do win the whole thing. So for Cal Raleigh, it's been a fantastic season for him, especially with me getting the witnesses. I'm like, wow, I get to remember this in 20, 30, 40, 50 plus years. I'm like, wow, I got to watch the greatest single season of a catcher in baseball history. And the best part was, it was right here in our hometown in the state of Washington, in the city of Seattle. I got to witness that all, and it was pretty special. And to think about all the other players, right? Julio, Randy, Suarez, Josh Naylor, and then our pitching lineup with Kirby, Gilbert, Wu, and how amazing of a job that Dan Wilson has done after being the new manager for the Seattle Mariners around this time last August. So, this Mariners team, man, it's something special. Congratulations to every Mariners fan out there who is a pure diehard blue, yellow, and white Mariners fan. I mean, they have bled for this for so long. They've been down in the dumps for such a very long period of time. And again, like I said, I never thought I would ever see them in the playoffs. Truly, I never thought they would ever make it this far. And look at them now. 4 wins away from their first World Series appearance. And who knows what that could turn out to. They could potentially win the whole thing. I mean, I'm going to be honest, Dodgers don't look the same like they did last year. And the Milwaukee Brewers, I don't know them well enough to know if they have a good chance of beating this stacked Mariners lineup. And don't get me wrong, the Blue Jays, they look real. Like, they look like they're going to give us a run for our money. But every time I see us play the Blue Jays, we always end up being a good game against them. It always ends up being a great win. Even if we lose, it's still a good game. So I feel like with this lineup, pitching, batting, we have a legitimate chance to actually beat the Blue Jays in the 7 game series. It's going to be fun. I'm really excited for it, especially also knowing that tomorrow is also the Seattle Seahawks tomorrow morning against Jacksonville. And then in a few hours, we got the Mariners. So it's going to be another fun Sunday for every Seattle Sports Native fan out there, for both Seahawks and for Seattle Mariners fans. Because also, I was at the Tampa Bay versus Seattle Seahawks game last Sunday. And just being in that atmosphere, not even just for Seahawks, but you could also feel the Mariners, it was something truly special. It truly, truly was. I mean, like, wow. Even though the Seahawks lost, it was still just like you could really feel just the pure heartfelt of what it means to be a Seattle sports native, right? Because we got the Sounders, we got the Seahawks, we got the Mariners, we got the Storm, and hopefully one day we can bring back the Sonic. We can bring back a basketball team here because we need a basketball team. Let's be honest, and that's for another time. That's another discussion for another time. But yeah, it was something special last Sunday. And now they get to enjoy another great Sunday. Hopefully, we could get this win for the Seahawks tomorrow morning because we need it. We need to get back on track. We really do. And for the Mariners, if they can get game one, oh man, it's going to be a fun day in Seattle for all those sports fans. It really, really is. So yeah, hopefully the Mariners win it. I'm definitely going to be watching that game tomorrow. I know everybody else is. It's going to be a great, great game tomorrow for the Mariners. I'm so excited. But as I said, Seahawks are playing tomorrow morning against the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. And as I said before on my last show, Devin Witherspoon, Julian Love, and Tariq Woolen will not be in the game. They will be out. Tariq with a concussion, Julian with a hamstring, and Devin with a knee injury. We need to get the secondary going. We need to get it healthy again. Because after what Baker and that offense did against us last weekend, they exposed our secondary. We need our starters back. Now, thank goodness DeMarcus Lawrence is back in that starting D line. So hopefully with him, Byron, Leonard, and Jaron, they can put lots of pressure on Trevor Lawrence. And I have no doubt they will. I have no doubt. What those 4 guys can do without blitzing, oh my God. They wreak havoc. So I have no doubt. But that secondary, though, I love Kobe Bryant. And what rookie Nick Mariah, our safety, did on Sunday, he looked solid. So I'm not worried about Kobe and Nick doing their jobs at the safety, right? I know they're going to do their jobs, but after a while, there's only so much that they can do, right? And don't get me wrong, I love Josh Jobs. I love De'Aaron Kendricks. They're good, solid corners, but there's a reason why they're not starters yet, right? There's a reason why. And as I said before on my last show, when you're a guy like Josh and De'Aaron, you're not really starters just yet. But when you guys like Devin, Tariq, and Julian, who have been starters forever, you kind of are used to one singular role, right? You're not used to everything as being a starter from the first snap to the last snap. So I never really thought that Josh and De'Aaron were bad corners, against Tampa Bay, I feel like they were just unprepared. And that's on Mike McDonald's fault, right? Because he's a great defensive mind coach. So it was on him to get them better prepared because you knew that they weren't going to be playing. So you had to be better prepared for them. And you didn't. You failed. So hopefully this past week, he's gotten them ready. He's gotten them back to that kind of form that we saw against DK Metcalf and Aaron Rodgers on week 2 against Pittsburgh. Because what I saw from Josh Jobs and De'Aaron Kendricks, I'm like, these guys are gunning for Tariq Woolen's job. Like, they're gunning for his job. And I know I said, Tariq Woolen's out, but let's be honest, that dude is becoming a liability. Now, it would be nice to have him out on the field just for a presence, but even then, you don't really fear his presence either, too. So it's like, does it really matter if he's on the field or not? It is what it is. I mean, most likely we're going to trade him in November, so there's not much to worry about there. But we need Devin and Julian. We just do. So hopefully, Mike McDonald's gotten them ready. And I hope they do. Because you know what? I'm not too worried about this offense. I'm really, really not worried about this offense. What I saw last Sunday attending that game, what I saw from Sam Darnold, Jackson Smith, that offensive line, our run game, Clint Kubiak's play calling, I feel like this offense has found its identity. I truly, truly believe it is. I truly believe they have. The way I see them approaching that game, they had every intention to go down there every drive and score a touchdown, or at least just to go and score, not game manage the clock. Like, I hated when we tried to do that in week 1 against 49ers. There was no reason to manage the clock. Go down there and effing score the ball. Effing score a touchdown. Right? Like, come on. So what I saw from Clint Kubiak last Sunday, I hope he brings that into tomorrow morning because we need that. Because again, this Jacksonville defense, it looks like something. It actually looks like something with 14 takeaways. 14 takeaways as a defense in just 5 games. Yeah, your offense is going to have to really be versatile, and which I have no doubt that they will be. But this is kind of one of those games where Clint Kubiak's going to have to do the exact same thing. Don't be one dimensional. Don't just so focus hard on establishing the run game, which, don't get me wrong, as a dire Seahawks fan, we Seahawks fans know what it means to establish the run game, right? With guys like Sean Alexander, Marshawn Lynch, Rashad Penny, right? Chris Carson. Like, we've had a lot of great running backs. But when we have a passing game, like with Sam Darnold the way he's playing, Jackson Smith, Cooper Kupp, AJ Barner, Torrey Horton, you got to use advantage of that because you just have to. And this offensive line, oh my goodness, Greg Zabel has helped find the new identity of our offensive line. I feel like he's always been the missing piece to this line, like somebody young, fresh, and just hot and ready to go. And he looks great. He's only allowed one pressure as a rookie offensive guard. One pressure as a rookie. That is amazing. Especially also with the history we have with our offensive line. That's fantastic. And we've only given up 6 sacks. 6. Second fewest in the NFL. 6 sacks. The Seattle Seahawks offensive line, one of the worst offensive line teams in the past 10 plus years. And now, this season, right now, in just 5 games already, we've only given up 6 sacks. Second fewest. 6. Usually, if this was a normal offensive line for us, we probably would have given up like 12 plus maybe. Probably, yeah, we probably would have given up double at this point already in the season. But 6? Yeah, so this offense looks ready to rock and roll. And thank goodness for Clint Kubiak. I hope he's got some special play calls in his back pocket for tomorrow morning because he's going to need against this defense. So hopefully this offense will continue to progress the way I know they can. Because I said this before, if they can execute right, this could be a top 10 offense. And from what I'm seeing, everything from stat sheet wise, from watching the game, it almost looks like a top 5 offense, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, I have no problem with Sam Darnold. I have all the faith in the world in Kubiak now. But this defense has got to tighten up. Mike McDonald, you got to get these boys ready for tomorrow morning. You have to, because with Trevor Lawrence, Travis Hunter, and Brian Thomas Jr., you got to get these boys ready. You just have to. Gotta get them ready. I want to thank to everybody out there from listening, watching. Comment down below. How are you feeling about the Seattle Mariners going into the series against the Blue Jays? And then comment down below, what's your thoughts and feelings for the Seattle Seahawks so far? Are they exceeding your expectations or are they not? So subscribe down below, get these followers up, follow my journey in the world of sports media with everything, and I can give you and more. So enjoy tonight. Have fun watching the game tomorrow. It's going to be a great one. And with that being said, we'll be back with more next time.